Oh, just in time.
Oh, what? When you started the intro, John was not there.
Yes.
He sat down just after the title screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
He finished his massive toilet break just in time.
No, I got one. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Now
maybe.
Bronwyn
Yeah,
is
look.
furiously trying to clean the bathroom.
Oh,
Got a problem already.
yeah.
The timings are out this week.
I think the tide is out, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Speaking of which, I made a coffee. I've left it in the kitchen.
What we like this week.
Where are you? I bet text her and say, "Can you bring my coffee?"
Right, so here we are then. Episode 3 of the Spitfire build.
Is it?
Yes.
Or
4? Must be 4.
Is it?
I could have numbered it wrong. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
There's 4.
Hey, viewing public. You wonderful, wonderful people. What episode is this? Thursday mornings, 11 o'clock. Watch 3 old gits not know what they're doing.
Speak for yourself, you cheeky sod. I'm half your age.
You're an old git at heart.
Aha, yeah, I will admit that one.
Oh, there you go.
Bearded Veteran Creates. Sounds like a dubious...
So,
Modmin says it's number 4. Haha, I win.
It is 4. Yeah.
that means there's one missing off of our my playlist on the Friends of Models for Heroes site.
Well, that's because you're slacking.
And your point is what?
What have you two been up to this week? Let's go to Gary first.
Well, mostly this week, I have been 3D printing and painting miniatures. So I've painted the Wolf. He's
Very nice.
He's got a wash on him, and the little goblin type rider that's going to go on him. Well, it won't focus anyway on this one because it's manual focus. He's on there, but also I had a little bit of success. I resized and printed off.
Notice how the whippet has pride of place in the middle.
Oh yes, oh yes, a stand from a hawk that I made.
Nice.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Absolutely made up with that. Something simple like that. You know, years ago you used to get stands for your aircraft.
Yeah, the shadow stands.
And I've also brought this out of retirement to try and finish this off.
Nice. Lieutenant Gruber's little tank.
Yes, Lieutenant Gruber's little tank. And I'm going to put it into a diorama with some 3D printed ruined buildings.
Nice.
So that's me. What about you, John?
Well, I haven't done much on the bench at all. I've been finishing off the last projects.
It's finished.
No, it's not here. But the 72nd scale Edward Albatross was re-rigged finally on the last one.
Yeah.
But I've done nothing since. I just been pottering, really, just cleaning up and stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Pottering's good.
But yeah. So I've got nothing to really show. I'm between builds at the moment. I've just been literally just pottering and just playing around with stuff.
Your next build, has it changed since yesterday when I spoke to you?
Yeah, probably not. So I don't know.
He can't make his mind up, troops, of which build he's going to do next.
Yeah. So
I think it's time for an audience poll.
Okay, I'll grab the participants.
You're always doing planes, so do the Bergpanzer.
Right. Where's the thing?
Recovery tank.
Crikey. Oh, bloody hell. Where's the... Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so here's the 3 options.
3? There was only 2 yesterday.
Oh, no, 3. So it's British Aircraft Factory, or Royal Aircraft Factory,
That's nice.
SE5A,
That's
with a Big Sin kit, which, if you don't know, it's Edwards. Will suck you in and buy everything resin and photo etch sort of thing. So it's a big.
No, they
big
suck
sin.
you in.
Yeah, every time. But what the hell? So in no particular order, it's the photo etch for it. But it's a weekender kit, so it makes it a Profi pack. Separate seat belts, even though they're on that one. Resin wheels and masks. A resin prop. Well, these are the radiator. Resin PE. Gun. I think it's a Lewis gun on top wing. So there's all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's a Vickers and a Lewis. So blah blah blah. So there's all that. Or stop your bloody laughing. I know what you're doing. Or Bergpanzer T60, which is a full interior thing.
Bergpanzer. It's a recovery tank. It's cool as hell.
A recovery tank.
It's mini art, so it'll be a million parts to it.
Or
Keep you busy,
Sexy.
or the big ass Henley Page Victor Blue Steel, with lots of same sort of deal. So exterior photo etch, interior photo etch, air brake photo etch, and aftermarket decal schemes. So, and brass pitot probes. They're in there. They're hard to see, but they're in there. So I got all that. And I can't decide. That's part of the reason why I haven't started anything, because I can't decide what I want to do. The Qatari Spitfire. Oh, let me close the box. I'll grab it. Sorry about that. Modmin says, get on with it. So 32nd scale Qatari Spitfire Mark 1A mid. Is just, it's coming together. It's very, very clean, and just basically the camouflage and all that sort of stuff like that. But because we're doing a Spitfire, I'll put this one aside for now. It's coming along lovely. But I don't want to do two at once. So I'm down to which one of those three I'll do. But
Okay.
There we go.
So here's my case for the Bergpanzer. One, you very rarely do armor. Okay, you've done the Whippet, but other than that, and the Mark IV that you did months and months ago, you never do armor. Also, we will be doing a biplane after the next build. And you've just done a biplane as well. And you always do planes.
My name's John, Gary. I mean, Christ, I know you've had a stroke, but cripes. Yeah.
Bear in mind, it's me talking, not to Gary.
Okay, so Gary, very quickly, what are your arguments for the Victor?
Victor, because it's just a
Victor.
sexy
That's all you need to say. Okay. Enough said.
All three are nice.
Yeah, I know, that's the trouble.
I agree that you have just done a biplane, and
Oh my god, I loved it.
there
So
is a
much fun.
potential. Well, there will be a biplane coming up in the future. Armour, you've just done the Whippet, which was a lovely build. Can't fault it. But Victor is just sexy.
Yeah, but he builds planes all the time, especially planes of that era.
My idea, my what I want to do is have a Vulcan, a Victor, and a Valiant in a V formation, hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah,
but not in 1/72, in 1/144.
yeah. So I've got all three kits. I've finished the
Problem
Victor.
is, you'll only ever see the underneath of them if you do it like that.
Yeah, but you'll only ever see the top if you don't.
It's the underneath where the business end was.
So yeah, so I've got the Victor there. I've got the Valiant up there, and the Vulcans in the cupboards. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, I believe I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll do the Berg Panzer because I'm going to enjoy it. It's a lovely kit. Anyway, as Modmin says, get on with it.
So, Mikey,
Yes.
what have you been doing?
Not very much. I don't think. At least I can't remember doing very much. I did that yesterday. Made a piece of decking to go in front of the farmhouse.
Yes,
Oh.
which I offended him earlier and said, "Oh, nice wall."
Hey, that's a beautiful wall.
It's not a wall, it's decking.
Yeah.
And it slots onto the front of the farmhouse at the bottom.
Vertically, because it's a wall.
Bit out of scale for a wall. Why am I huge? Ugh.
That's what she said.
Stop playing with my settings.
Is that Modmin?
Yeah.
Now, you've got to relinquish control to Modmin. You've got to learn to relinquish control.
But when I want to do something quick, it's quicker for me to just press it than it is to say and wait.
Modmin's up there in the gallery.
Yeah.
With runners and.
Yeah, we've got loads of comments already.
Let's do that.
Mostly saying, get on with it. I thought you were doing this.
Steve says, good morning. Come on.
Relinquish control, Mikey.
I was trying to do it quickly. Steve says, good morning, ladies and gents.
Morning, Steve.
I say morning, Steve. I was all the way over there. Duke says, good day, you beautiful people.
Good day, you beautiful Duke.
Tish says, good morning. Jim
Morning,
says,
mothers.
good morning to all.
Morning,
Duke
mothers.
says, hope your coffee is on, Jim. Steve says, it's 4. Jim says, Duke, coffee is in hand.
Oh, lovely.
Tish says, it is number 4. Jim says, good morning to our 3 gracious hosts. Good morning, Jim. Steve says, I'm working on my kit as I watch, hoping you guys inspire me as this kit is soul draining.
Oh, this show will be
you'll
soul
be all right.
draining. Don't you worry about that.
Jim says, great idea to print your own stand, Gary. Most kit makers don't provide stands anymore.
I know, it's annoying.
Jim says, Steve, what are you working on? Jim says, I'll make my Berg Panzers with cheese, please. Steve says, my first mini art kit, John. A coal lorry, but I'm spending more time re-gluing pieces back on than anything else. The connections are so frail, you sneeze and 3 bits fall off. Yes. It's always fun. Jim says, I've started the Tamir F-14 Tomcat, a big project. Ooh,
nice. I've never built a Tomcat.
I haven't. Duke says, SE5A, John? Yes, no. Gary says, old man, old man, old man, old man. Tish says, recovery tank, John. Take a break from aircraft. And Jim
Recovery
says,
break sounds like the alcohol sort of lockup, doesn't it?
He's in aircraft rehab.
Jim says, Steve, mini art kits are very vague and shallow attachment points. I've heard that from many of those that have built their kits. It is what it is. You learn to adapt to it. Steve says they really do, Jim.
Yeah, they really do.
He says it simply has to be the SE5A. Jim says 3D print a figure with lederhosen and add him to the vehicle, John. You then will have a Burgermeister to go with your Burger Panzer. Kieran says, morning all, hope you're well.
Morning, Kieran.
Morning, Kieran. Is that it? Cool. Oh, got through that quickly. Woohoo.
Right.
So, time to do techie bit.
Would you like to
Gary,
do a techie
before
bit?
you do your techie bit,
do
you want to do your M4H bit?
Okay, I'll make this as quick as possible because most of the people that are in here at the moment have already seen it. Friends Models for Heroes, IPMS registered charity, registered club that supports the work of Models for Heroes. We're fully online. We have a Discord where we run online sessions 365 days a year. And if there's not somebody in the clubhouse when you enter the room, somebody will soon pop along, I'm sure. There are times scheduled where there will be somebody in there, but the idea is it's a place where you can go and hang out and model and, you know, meet with people all over the world, like-minded people. It costs £12 a year to be a member of Friends of Models for Heroes. We go to shows and we support the work that Malcolm does at Models for Heroes itself. We raise funds for Models for Heroes, and obviously we need to pay to attend shows, and that's what the subscription covers. In our constitution, it's written that at the end of the year, if there's any money left over, it goes straight to Models for Heroes. So we help raise money that way as well. Under 18s can join for free. Yeah, it's just a nice place to hang out and model. And with that, back to headquarters.
And that was the perfect excuse for me and John to move our cameras, but John put his back up.
Oh, I see what you mean. How's that?
That's better. Hey, and you're the right way up this time. Well, kind of.
Kind of. Compensating. Right.
Gary zooming in on himself.
He didn't make the noise, Gary.
Don't need to now.
Oh,
Yes.
the tech bit.
He's joined the world of technology. He's no longer a Luddite.
Well, I don't know about that. As you can see, no engine.
Aha.
It's going to be devoid of engine.
Oh. Going to struggle to take off then, isn't it?
Yeah. You'll have even more trouble when it's glued to a base.
All right. I have got an engine in, but what I've had to do is clamp it.
Oh, goody. My big ton of gravel's just turned up. That's going to be noisy.
Gravel for your garden?
Yeah.
So, yeah, as I was saying,
I'll be back in 2 secs.
Sure. So I have got the engine in, but what I had to do is, clamp it top and bottom to really get it to conform and get the bottom cowl on. It's come away slightly there, but that would be able to glue back down, not a problem. And massive gaps along the fuel tank there. You can see the light through it, and all the way along the top cowl on both sides. So that'd be a lot of filler required. There's a mismatch at the front where the prop afterbody would be, but looking at said afterbody, looking for, oh, there we go. So once, so that'll go on, which way? That way. It's close enough to round. So as you see there, if I straighten it up, that'll go on. But yeah, it's not perfect, but with a bit of filler, that'll be it'll be noticeable, but not so bad. And what I have done, I've got 2 bits of plastic card. I can't remember the thickness of it. I think it's probably 0.25. I think it is. Anyway, I've put 2 bits there at the rear of the engine cowl to push that, with that way, to push it upwards a bit. Well, let's go that way.
Right, yeah.
To push it down a bit so it marries up better with the wing. So when that goes on there, that's a pretty good join there, But it needed that extra bit of sort of height there because otherwise it would be too much of a sink. But that'll be okay. That's not so bad. I can deal with that. In fact, I can deal with all of it. But there is going to be a noticeable gap around the nose there. I think the rest of it will be fine because the interior, once that goes in, close up the rear and wing goes on, it'll be basically like any other Spitfire kit. So that's what I'll be concentrating on today is the cockpit and all the accoutrement.
I am trying to attach the. Oh, I nearly did it then. The actual bit the spinner will go onto.
Oh, the dingus.
The dingus, yes, the giggle flange, but unfortunately it's detached itself from the laughing sprocket. So, well, no, I've had to detach it from the laughing sprocket because obviously I'm not putting the engine in
Yes.
due to my ineptitude
Well, not ineptitude. It's
of getting it to line up.
we've
But I
said
have done.
it's not an easy kit to line up. You know, and remove the engine I think is a pretty good option. The only reason I've decided to leave mine in is to prove it can be done, if that makes sense.
I kicked myself a little bit in the week because I rescaled. You know that little engine that I printed off. I had a
Yes.
1/12 Merlin engine, and I resized it to 1/48, but somehow managed to completely screw it up.
Yeah.
I tried it again. I didn't print it off. I just used it in the slicing program, and I got it to 1/48, and I thought, oh, you could have put that in. But I think it might have needed a lot of sanding to get it in there
Oh, okay.
because the actual
Okay. I'll just hold
kit
that with a
part
clamp.
seems to want a lot of sanding to get in there. So what chance I'd have with it 3D printed? Anyway, I've got the spinner on. We've got the housing for the prop, so
Huzzah.
that's good.
So my main bit today is yeah, the interior, and in a way it's like every other Spitfire kit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, it should be fine. The test will be whether that bit there will fit into the rest
Yes,
of
I'm just looking at that and I'm thinking, ooh, it looks a bit.
because you know it hasn't been so great so far.
Do you know what?
Something doable. What?
I think there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I'm anticipating a problem. I also think I
Sorry
can.
about that, gentlemen.
That's all
Oh,
right.
he's back.
I now have a metric ton of limestone gravel on my garden.
Oh,
All right.
Jim won't know what you're talking about.
I guarantee by the time we go off air, half of it will be missing.
Oh no, I got him to put it far enough in that you
Oh,
can't
right.
get to it.
The local kids will now be.
Oh, I just saw a group of kids, teenage lads, and the one at the front of them had like a really thin, like neoprene scarf wrapped round his head, so that it was just his eyes showing, like he's some sort of fucking ninja. And this one walked over and said, "Oi!" And he went, "What?" And she said, "Get that bloody thing off your head, or I'll wrap it around your neck." Anyway, oh, sorry.
Okay.
Right. This.
The mums round here don't take any crap off the lads.
I think we're going to have a problem, gentlemen.
Do we need to do some chat? Sonic says, "Hey guys."
Hey, Sonic.
Hey,
Dude
Sonic.
says, "How were your Tim Tams, Mikey?"
Ah,
They're all
bugger.
right.
Bugger damn poop.
Yeah, the Tim Tams are all right, I guess.
I've paid
They're no
dinner.
Jaffa Cake, but
Tim Tams are all right.
Tiffany says, "Hey Sonic." She also says, "Hey Duke." Jim says, "Sonic, good morning to you." Jim says, "Kieran, hello and good morning." And Sonic says, "You can be a proper modeling stream without a problem."
Yes.
Well, that's quite correct. Quite
Oh,
true.
so here's a problem I've just done. I've got the lower cowl on the engine.
Yes.
It's the wrong one. So this one doesn't have an intake for the carburetor. So I'm meant to be using that one. So I'll be swapping that over right now.
Do you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yeah, you're an idiot.
No, serves you right for working on it off stream.
Well, I put this on last week, in fact. What's upsetting is this one is a single piece. This is in two halves, so I'm going to have a seam up the nose there, but that's not going to be the only seam there is, it seems.
Uh-huh.
All right. Right.
We've gone quiet.
Yeah, maybe Gary's disappeared again. Oh no, he's live.
Hey, I'm here.
Not Gary. Sorry, I meant Mikey.
You're just being weird, John. Have you had a stroke today or something?
Well, not today. Not yet.
That's for after the show. I did think you were a little bit too quick when you went off.
Ah,
Pre-show jitters, was it?
No, I went and made a coffee.
yeah, sure I had.
Right. All right, let's remove this one somehow.
Oh,
Oh, that was easy. Okay.
Shall we have some tunes on?
Well, I'm never allowed to sing, so
We'll have Feeding the Ducks on.
Oh, I love that band.
I've got.
Does anyone hear it?
No.
Yeah, I can hear that.
No.
Oh, crikey. Oh, that pit's
Now
less.
can we hear it?
Ducks. I can hear something. Doesn't sound like ducks.
Sounds like we're stuck in a lift.
Oh, I'm in a stretch.
You're having something.
Oh, bloody hell.
So when are you going to start the Bergpanzer then?
Well, not during this session.
Well, I know that.
Oh, I don't know. It'll be sometime soon. What I want to do is a couple more YouTube videos of other things around. The build we're doing next, which I won't mention right here, right now.
Yes.
I bought today, so it's in
Excellent.
the stash, ready to go.
Excellent. I think, because we've got the next two planned, I think if we haven't killed each other by the end of them two, then we let Gary choose a kit.
Well, what if Gary chooses the next one?
Because we've
I'm a
already
bit reluctant for
chosen.
Gary to do a biplane because
Oh
he's
yeah,
already having conniptions about it.
yeah.
Flat green. Okay.
Well, what we could do is make Gary do a boat.
A wooden ship. Oh, I'd love to start the victory. That'd be great.
No.
Make it. No. Yeah.
No.
I'm sure we could think of some sort of water-going vessel for him to make. Notice I say water-going vessel.
Yeah. I might do a coracle. How about that?
Yeah. Or the Titanic.
No.
Titanic would be easy.
No.
Yeah.
The Revel kit's easy.
No.
My channel.
What size Titanic is the real one? Anyway,
Well, the real one's 1-to-1.
Yep.
I think I've got a 1/600 one and a 1/1200 one, or 1/700.
No.
No.
Not that bad. Comments. Is that music loud enough for people, or is it too loud? By the way, Jim says, "Tiffany, forgive me, but I forgot to say good morning to our modmin." Oh, Jim, you smoothie.
The mighty modders.
Kieran says, "Hi, Jim. Hope you're well." Hi, Kieran.
Good morning.
And he says, "Hi, Sonic. Hi, Tiff." Tiffany says, "It's okay. Good morning to you too, Jim. I forgot to say hi too. I'm a little out of it this morning." Oh,
All
Duke says, hi, Tiff. And Tiff says, hi, Kieran.
Thank you.
Sonic says, I wonder how interesting it would be if none of the mistakes got fixed. Well, they wouldn't fit together then, would they?
No. It would be interesting, though.
Yeah. Jim said, Duke, I am jonesing for some Tim Tams.
Jonesing for some Tim Tams.
Duke says, I think those Tim Tams are wasted on Mikey, Jim. Ha 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 ha. Sonic says, I know a song that will get on your nerves. Mr. Evans is in. He says, morning, all. Good morning, Gary.
There you go.
Morning, Gary. Gary's got his live show tonight, hasn't he?
He has, yes. 9 o'clock, isn't it? Is it? Or 8 o'clock?
2000
Yeah,
to 2200, 1900 to 2100 Zulu, if that means anything for you.
That's
to
what
you.
confuses me because he gives
Unquote.
2 separate times.
Oh, well, if you never worked in air traffic control, you wouldn't understand Zulu time.
What, you think the rest of the armed forces didn't use Zulu time?
What was really confusing? Well, it could be confusing if you weren't aware of it. When I was in air traffic control, we worked purely on Zulu time, unless you were talking to a fighter, and fighters always worked on local time.
Yeah.
Absolute.
But if you're only responsible for your local air traffic, then wouldn't that be local time anyway?
No.
Unless they crossed a timeline somewhere.
No, because shit. It was all
A bit yellow.
no. Everyone should work the same. So
Okay. So I've got the same. Well, it'll be the same problem using
Got
that
an
lower
injection
cow.
mark
as
right
the
where you
new
don't
cow.
want it. Lovely.
Lovely.
Again, it shouldn't matter too much. You've got seat in front of you.
Oh, I need to chop. So behind that's the lower oil tank there. The frame that sits on, the center cradle, that green bit there, it needs to be chopped away. Pretty much, I think, level with the tank for this new lower cowl to fit anywhere remotely where it needs to go. It's just.
yes, hence the reason I do not have an engine in my Spitfire. Because after the work you've done, you've now got to get rid of.
Get rid of it all, shave it all away.
But I still don't think this seat's going to go in.
Well, frame 11, which I think is the one where the seat bolts to, that fits in. I just did a test fit a moment ago. But... Well, I've just. See, am I any closer? Yeah, that works. Okay.
So I could put.
Oh, I see. Okay. That changes things. So with the other cowl, the one without the carburetor. So I was going to stick that on, and then the wing can go on top of that. Hooray! And they got a pretty good fit there. However, with the carburetor intake, what I'm finding is it goes further back than the wing fillet. So I'll have to put the wing on first, and then the carburetor, which really won't fit either. I'll have to be. Oh my god. Okay, I'll have to get creative.
Who's not switched their phone off? How dare you? How unprofessional.
I resemble that remark. Right, I'm going to have to put my fan on.
You have a fan?
Can you let me know if you can hear it?
I'm just impressed you've got a fan.
Gary, he's on man. Can you hear it?
Yeah,
I
just
can hear that chanting.
No, I'll turn the fan on now. Can you hear it?
That's summoning the Sith Lord.
Well, that does fit well to that.
Yeah, no, can't hear it.
Okay. And that other thing was my sister. What was my sister?
Yeah. At least it's not your mum planning your funeral again.
No.
Has she paid it all up and everything for you?
Yeah, it's all paid for.
Oh, good. Don't want my sister from another mister having to worry about that.
All right.
Where are we up to on comments, Modmen? Sonic says, "Hey Gary." I'm not doing this. Oh wow, we're quite far behind. Tiffany says, "Morning, Gary." Jim says, "Mr. Evans, hello." And Gary says, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. British Standard Time. Kieran says, "Hi, Gary." Sonic says, "Oh, hi, Kieran."
Oh, crud.
Jim says, "Tiff, no worries, Tiff. I appreciate all you do as our modmin." Oh,
She is the unsung hero.
yeah. We're going to have to get her a pack of hobnobs for Telford. Present her with a pack of hobnobs.
At Telford.
Yeah. Kieran says, "Hi, DJ." Sonic says, "Just saw your comment saying hi."
So,
yeah.
Keep going. It's all right.
Oh, Kieran says, "No worries." And Tiff says, "Jim, I try my best." And Jim says, "Mr. Marley, what kit maker is the Bergpanzer?"
Me, Jim. Me. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yes, you didn't make the Bergpanzer yet.
Ugh. Mini art.
Mini art.
It does
Mini
look,
art, full interior.
yeah, it does look pretty cool, I must admit, which is why I bought it. But yeah, like that. So you make up all the insides of the tank, and then you cover it all up so you can't see it, like that. It'd be interesting. I think it'd be fun. Like, you know, if it's like the other mini art kits, everything goes together very well. This looks very different from the Calibri in that it doesn't look like anything's going to be balancing by itself. Everything looks like it just goes on to something else, and it looks much more solid. But, you know, I love the Calibri. It's a nice build. I've just lost one of the propellers for it.
Well, that was stupid.
I know, not wrong.
Jim says, "You do a great job, Tiff. Thank you." And Tiff says, "Hee hee." Sonic says, "Probably just as well I'm not on the panel. I'd look like a co-idiot just now. The cat just used his tray and it stinks." Yes, I don't miss that about having a cat. Tiffany says, "You all owe me more than one pack of hobnobs." Okay, you can have, I don't know, a Milky Bar as well. Tiff says, "Mini R." Steve says, "Not oh shit, not stiff." Steve. Sorry, because I was looking at Tiff's comments and Steve's and reading Steve. Oh fuck!
Well done.
I need more coffee.
Some coffee would be nice. But to be honest,
Stephen, our northern correspondent, says, "Mini art, good luck with that." Sonic says, "Don't think I have any spare cooker hobs and knobs, Tiff." Otis Redding is in it. He says, "Hello all."
Good morning, AD. I hope you're well. Haven't spoken to you for a while, bud.
Yes.
Yeah,
He was in Discord the other day. If
Obviously,
you turned up, you'd know.
Obviously, I wasn't.
Kaylee says, "Haha, Mike."
Ha ha! Nobody expected that.
Sonic says, Tiff's comment
Oh
made
my
God.
God.
Oh, Sonic, really? Don't lower the tone, dude.
Lying in the
I do not
sand is
know.
the Dr. Sonic.
Katie says, you dirty git. Yeah.
Yes.
Tiffany says, he tried to say Tiff and Steve at the same time. Sonic says, hi, AD. And Jim says, hello, Kaylee and AD. And Sonic says, hi, Kaylee. And AD says, good, Mr. Morris, working hard as normal. How are you? Not
I'm getting there. Getting there.
All right. So the new carb and the lower cowl I've put directly onto the wing there. So that's a pretty good fit. It'll be a wangle to get one on before the other one's fitted.
That right.
Wangle.
Yeah, careful.
So, and I can't put the wing on until we have the interior in because it closes all of that up. But once that's on, I'm hoping it'll just sort of fit there. So that's the approach I've taken there. But the engine, the engine supporting frame had to be trimmed away, well, pretty much in line with the oil tank at the bottom there. But we'll see what happens next. So, crisis averted. Moving on.
The better looking Marley's in.
Oh,
Good morning, John.
Hi from Melbourne. Wondering if I'm your most southern viewer. Yeah, I suppose you must be.
Oh, I don't know.
yeah,
Unless
you
we've
would
got
be.
someone in the Arctic or something. Or in the Falklands. Tiffany says, morning, AD. Kaylee says, hello, all. Hello, wife. Sonic says, hey, Paul. Jim says, hello, Paul. And Tiffany says, the better looking Marley's here. Yay!
I've done it. I've done it. I've got
Done what? All we can see is your mat.
it in. I've got the cockpit in.
Yeah.
Very good. Problem is, have you painted it?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh.
Oh,
What colour seat did you go for there?
Say again.
What colour seat did you go for?
I just left it interior green because the parachute would act as the cushion on it.
Yep.
It's not the best fit in the world,
Oh, I didn't think it would be.
but it is in there.
Now, where is my
The
frame
seat had
11?
two positions as well, didn't it? Because it had the fighting position and the flying normal position.
No.
Yeah, it's
You
got a
can
little
lower the seat.
lever on the side to. Right, I'm hoping that's going to hold.
There's a lever on the right-hand side for the seat height adjustment, and then the whole thing
Yeah.
would work on a trapeze and swing down. But that's mainly to align your eyesight with the gun sight. Not so
Hence
much
why
with
it's called the
fighting.
fighting position.
Yeah, but you wouldn't move it in flight because it'd be a bugger with G-forces and everything to try to do a fine adjustment.
No,
You'd
apparently
set
some
up.
of
Trying to adjust your seat when you're driving a car.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'd be
some of the
worse.
pilots used to.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I was watching an interview one. He said that he realised his plane was going down, so he lowered the seat into the fighting position, so that he didn't sort of, if anything came through the canopy, it didn't hit him in the head.
Well, he shouldn't have got himself shot down in the first place. In fact, if he'd been more careful, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, wasting a perfectly good aircraft.
Leather.
Right. I have an well, I don't know. I might be speaking too soon here.
Hmm.
I have an installed cockpit-ish. I'm just waiting for the glue to go off.
You know, a few years ago. Oh, the glue. Sorry. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, very sleek and slender.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
I'm just hoping it's not put anything out of whack.
B20. Yeah, this won't take long to build up, will it? And And there's no decal for the instrument panel, so that'll be a dry brush.
Yeah.
Or
You can paint it all
decal, I
once.
should say.
I can
So
paint
not
all the
fucking-
cockpit once the seat's in, can't I? It's not going to obstruct anything.
Exactly right.
According to the instructions, you don't put the underside of the nose on till stage 49.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I went
jealous.
wrong. I didn't read ahead.
Ah,
The
you got
instructions.
carried away, did you? Oh, there's a big hole there. I need to fill that.
You're supposed to be a professional modeler, John. We had you on here specifically because you
Yeah.
knew how to make planes.
I never said I was good at this. I think our audience will say, like, this guy's clearly out of his depth.
And if you look at your contract,
Yes. If you look at his Tim Tam contract,
So did you like the Tim Tams? Or do you think they were okay? I guess.
they are beautiful.
they're all right, but they're
They
no
are
Japanese.
now available for sale in the UK.
I
Yes,
know.
in Tesco's for £2.50.
It's a
So
bit steep, but they are worth £2.50.
£2.50. Yeah, wow,
I mean, I
perfect
had
steak.
one in the car, and then I wasn't sure, so I made sure I had another one, just to check.
And then wondered why he was having a diabetic coma.
Yes.
No, funnily enough,
He spent yesterday afternoon preaching to me about what I should eat and what I shouldn't eat.
to be fair,
Mhm.
right, it was actually 2 days later that I had a hypo whilst I was out.
You had the delayed action Tim Tams.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're all right, I suppose. I love winding John.
No,
When
just,
John
you
and
know,
Paul
say
brought those Tim Tams to Scale Model World last year, put them on the
That's
Friends
right.
Models for Heroes table. Myself and John Mayfield couldn't stop eating them.
Yeah, you remind me now. Of course, I have been to Telford.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Now you just need to convince Bron to let you go again.
You're a funny guy. Well, I think the better-looking Mr. Marley has decided that we're going to go again.
So is he going to kidnap you?
Well, it won't be much of a kidnap. It'll be pretty much, yeah. Well, same thing. Yeah,
Ron,
we'll
think
meet
you're
at the
gonna-
Sydney airport.
Bron, think you're going to you've done a midnight flit.
I'm just going out for some milk, Bron.
Yeah, I'll be back in a week.
Yeah. Just, it's like what Scott in the Antarctic. I'm going outside and maybe some time.
Hmm.
There we go. So, I'm on.
Yeah, this
headrest.
cockpit actually is actually a pretty nice looking cockpit, isn't it? The way it's
It
been
is.
molded.
And
Yeah.
once you get the alignment right to get it in, it does go in quite easily. I was concerned, as you know.
So are you saying leave a bit of flexibility in it? Don't
you
make
might
it
find you might find as you push the cockpit in, you
Mm.
need to slightly spread the
Careful what you're
fuselage
saying.
halves.
Okay.
I'm expecting that. I've just. Yeah, I'm going to do a Mikey, stick it all together. So I'd roughly painted it interior green, but I'll go over it with a bit of detail before this show ends.
But
I'm
you
pushing
can't see.
the frame 11 onto the bottom bit there. I was pushing like that, going, hey, and I just literally bent the bottom in half and broke it. But,
Go! And you're supposed to be the good one.
No, that's what I say. Like, I'm in no way good at this.
Yeah, but you're the plane modeler. I don't know what
I'm
Gary
very
is.
plain.
but
Ordinary.
What do you specialise in, Gary?
Buffoonery.
Oh yes, we know that.
Um,
3D printing.
No, my heart is with aircraft.
Yes.
I will build anything other than ships. I have built
I
ships in
like
the past. I did the Queen Mary 2,
Oh, beautiful ship, that.
which was only a small kit. It was an airfix kit, but you had to felt pen all the windows in black. That took days. And I have done HMS. No, I haven't. I've done. Oh, bloody hell. Mary Rose.
Oh.
But that was just the Airfix starter kit.
So, hang on. So you have done a sailing ship?
I didn't put any rigging on it.
Mary
I have
Rose.
got up there, up in the stash. I've got the USS New York, which a veteran gave to me because he couldn't get on with it.
Yeah.
And that's been in and out of the box several times because it's quite fiddly.
Right.
Kay's just come in doing a little dance.
E15.
Where are we up to on the comments?
You sank my
Tiffany
battleship.
says, really want to build, but all my models are packed up because I'm moving stuff around. Yeah, well, at least your place will be sorted. Jim says, Duke, where are you located in Australia? He also says, Mr. Marley, you might be the southernmost viewer.
Yes.
And I bet he still doesn't have a redneck. Better looking Marley says, yep, I'm the most down under Aussie here.
Yes.
Jim says, I must try some hobnobs. I love Tim Tam, so I have to give hobnobs a try.
Hobnobs are excellent.
Yes.
Carry on, sorry.
No, go on.
Gary, as you push the cockpit in, you might have to spread. I didn't even, till I read that, I didn't even think of for 1 minute when I said it. It was filthy.
Oh no, I knew straight away. I was trying to be professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Of course I thought it.
Dances
with Aardvarks in. He says, good
Hooray.
morning.
Good morning.
Dances.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Right. Going back to the subject of ships,
Yes.
there is a ship out there that if I ever got the chance, I would like to build.
What's that?
It's the Magic Factory, Gerald Ford
Oh, the aircraft carrier.
aircraft carrier.
Okay, well, why that one?
I don't know. I just like the look of it.
Okay, that's all you need to know.
It has planes.
Yeah, there is that as well. It's got aircraft on it as well.
It's got little planes.
Very small planes.
Yeah.
Oh, crikey, blimey.
Oh, this is horrible.
Oh, no, I'm cutting out the... Oh, God. The rudder pedals. Sorry, go on.
Comments? Tiff says, hey, dancers. Dancer says, hi, Jim, Tiff, Paul, Sonic, Mike, John, Gary.
Wow.
Jim,
Well done.
Mary Ellen.
Dancer says, my one uncle made scale reproductions of the Mary Rose and HMS Victory. Victory took him 8 years. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
Was it a wooden one? Dancers?
8 years for a plastic one would have been a bit much, wouldn't it?
Oh, no, not for everybody.
Haley says, yeah, right, Mikey.
Yeah. So I've built a ship model. It took me 11 years. But I wasn't rushing it.
Oh, this is horrible.
Well, stop looking at yourself in the mirror then.
Which bit?
Top
Veins,
cow.
man.
Yes. Yep. Or even without the engine, it's horrible.
Yes.
Ah.
It's
It doesn't
very
even,
horrible.
it doesn't even match the shape of the fuselage, does it?
No, no.
What you could do is just, what you could do, Gary, is just heat up the front end and just smush it into the desk. I got, there you go, it crashed into the ground.
I've got a about a 2 mil gap one side
Mm.
and a 1 mil gap the other side. So I think it might be getting shinned.
Yeah.
Sonic says, "Hey, dancers." Jim says, "Good morning, dancers." Kieran says, "Morning, dancers."
So,
Dancy says, "Yes, wooden, fully rigged, and even the cannon's fired." Wow.
Well,
No wonder it took 8
okay.
years. That would have been so cool.
There are 100 guns on the Victory, so yes, they would take a while.
He also says there were no plans for the Victory, so he made them up by measuring during guided tours. I think his plans are at the Admiralty in Portsmouth. Wow.
Holy wow, that's yeah, wow. Just wow.
Yeah. You know you've made it as a modeler when the Admiralty has your plans on file.
Okay, so that does go together well. So let's see how the
Control column.
cockpit sits in there.
oh dear me.
Oh,
Thing is, you're not even going to see most of the cockpit, are you?
no, you're not. So that does fit. And the wing will go on with no interference. So hooray! So I'll paint up the cockpit now. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now here's a fun fact.
Oh, police fan. Ooh, what have you done, John?
Actually, no.
Come to
Sorry.
lick your gravel.
I'm going to refer to the Qatari instructions to pass on a fun fact about the Spitfire cockpit.
I like that. I'm going to leave the control column leaning to one side.
Okay.
To the right side, I think. No? Left side, because that would have made it easier to get out, wouldn't it? Because the door's on the left.
It is.
Okay.
Two. Oh. Kay's walking around with a phone in her hand. I thought somebody was at the door then.
There's somebody. Oh, Marion is now baking cakes.
But not making copies.
She was making lasagna earlier on.
Ooh, I like lasagna. One of my favourite foods.
Okay. So on the control column of the Spitfire, there's a ring at the top, the control yoke, with the button for the guns is on the top of that, and there's a brake lever in the middle of the yoke, which is almost like an oval, if you like, so you can just grip that with one hand, and then you got blah 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 blah. But coming up the control column, it's hard to see there because they're not coloured, but there's 3 black tubes.
Yes.
What they are is the guns on the Spitfire were pneumatically fired. There was there was a pressurized. No, not a pressurized. Not an air compressor. So on one side of that's on the right side, the starboard side behind the pilot is a black bottle. That's the oxygen bottle for his mask and for flying at altitude. On the left-hand side behind the seat goes in line with that green bit there. There's 2 grey bottles. So those grey bottles are nitrogen, and there's one for each wing. So there's port and starboard. In fact, I don't know which is which, but they supply the air to like positive pressure to the guns, and then each side bleeds off from there.
They go,
so the
go on, guns, you can do it.
Yeah, that prevented the guns from sort of like having to rely on electrical impulse and all that sort of stuff. And it was too hard because they would fire with a cocking lever and everything else, but because they're unreachable by the pilot, they needed something else. So Once
Well,
they
yeah.
cocked them, then they went flying.
You can't expect
And,
the pilot to lean out the window, can you?
No. And one of the early mods in the Spitfire was they found the guns were freezing, so they put in a gun heater system, which was removed by the time this one came along, the Mark 9. But that's what I'm trying to find a photo. Tell you what, it'd be easier for it to show you on the Qatari Spitfire model. Where to put it?
Get on with it.
Where to put the bloody thing? Oh, it's right next to me.
Ooh.
Ah, there we go. I've got it covered up. So if I take out this bit here. Oof. So that's the oil cooler radiator on this side, the small one. And this is the glycol radiator for the engine. And what they did is have two pipes at the back of that. You can see one goes port, one goes starboard. And it's basically hot air from the radiators that spilled to the left and right wing to heat the gun mechanism so it didn't freeze. And the exit for those is that fillet on the starboard wing and that fillet on the port wing.
Very
So
good.
yeah, the hot air would spill under there. But this being a Mark 9 later on, it didn't have those pickups there. It had a larger radiator on each side, a glycol one, and it doesn't have the little sort of outlet ducts on the wingtips. No longer required. Mainly because they got rid of the guns. They changed guns. These ones were for 20mm guns, whereas these ones were 8 308s.
Yeah.
So differences in the details. I'll shut up. I'll go on building now.
And now the John monologues have ended.
John, don't ever feel you need to shut up. Everything you say is interesting.
The
It is.
jonologues.
The Jonologues. I like that. The Jonologues.
Right. Yes,
So
the issue here I found, I'm sure John's already mentioned this. The reason I've got this massive gap is this bit here, which you can't see.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hang on a minute. Look at that.
Comments, Modmin. Modminosaurus. Dances says, make sure you get the cockpit in the right hole. Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
hello. Your daughter is in, John and Gary.
Ah, hello, Kerry.
Says,
Where
hello,
the hell
people.
have you been?
Yes, I was about to say the same thing. Just, you're grounded.
Ooh, he's punishing you.
Morning,
Kerry.
dear. How are you? Hope you're all well today.
Dances says, hi, Kerry. Tiffany says, hey, Kerry. Sonic says, hi, Kerry. Dances says, have you seen that there's a company in Australia that makes modern Spitfires? Ooh, cool. Jim says, hello and good morning, Kerry. Kerry says, doing housework instead of grounded. Can I be sent to my room? I want to nap. And screw the rest of you, I'm not saying hello to you. Only joking. I added that last bit, obviously. Kerry is not that mean.
Nope.
Well, not in the chat.
She was dealing with a poorly doggy yesterday.
Oh.
I think the heat had got to Kerry Ann's dog. He had a poorly tummy.
Oh,
And Kerry says, hello, everybody. Kaylee is currently stood in front of my fan, flapping her hair in the wind.
Well,
What type of dog?
last
Gary
time I
or
tried,
Gary?
he's a Springer Spaniel, and he's completely bonkers.
The hair looks lovely in red today. Ooh. Looks very nice, love.
Last time I tried to wave my hair in front of the fan, it blew off.
It's white.
He hasn't got any.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He's got peach fuzz on his head.
Peach fuzz.
It's like bum fluff, but upside down.
How dare you?
Okay, so I've done that bit.
Harsh but true.
Yes.
So is Paul Marley sitting at his model bench watching this, or are you doing something else? Are you working?
Yeah, it's a good question. That's the point. Does anyone have any questions for us? As long as it's not where the babies come from.
Springer Spaniel.
Kerry says Springer Spaniel, however, he is now known as Liquid Ass.
Oh. Because of the heat, or just because you just named him that?
Knowing that dog as I do, it'll be the heat and his inability to not run around everywhere like a loony.
Uh-huh.
If I get that on that side,
Leaving trails everywhere.
oh sugar. Oh, this is awful, awful. Oh my god!
Kerry says, what is the meaning of life? 42.
42.
Two.
Look at that gap there.
My God, you can drive a tank through it. By the way, it just happens to be the same size as that gasket.
Yeah, but
The one that you left on the engine and took the engine out.
No. The gasket is here. Remember
Yes.
I cut it in half?
Yes, now line it up with that gap.
So you want
Oh,
me...
thank you. She's made me a copy and she goes,
Oh, cheers, Kay. You're bringing mine down.
Hi.
let's put the pigs up to you.
Run and jump, mini man.
Yeah, this isn't going to bloody work, is it?
You're going to have to put the engine in, aren't you?
No, I'm not putting the bloody engine in.
So I'm choosing to paint the seat. I'm going for a cavalry brown,
Ooh.
just because I can. They could be green, they could be black, they can be. They were, these ones were Bakelite. They were sort of molded to the 1940s equivalent of carbon
Plastic.
fiber. So it's like fibrous. If you're unaware of it, it's like a brown fiber baked in an oven. Yeah, for lightness and ease of manufacture.
It's a nice detail on the cockpit control, on the
Yeah,
dials, isn't it?
instrument panel. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one. I can think of the
it's
word.
not so bad. There we go. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
the
go-
music's actually pretty nice. Huh. Oh yeah, there's no point having actually putting the rudder pedals in this.
You won't see them under the instrument panel.
No, not at all.
Well, I'll paint them. Paint mine silver anyway. I think. Referring to the guitar instructions again.
Nope. Shim it. That's what I'm going to do.
Shim it good.
Shim it real good. Eh. Oh no, I can't do that.
Let's do some comments.
Oh,
Sonic says, where do Dabo bugger?
Where do that? Oh.
He also says 42. That was Hitchhikers. It was indeed.
Correct.
it wasn't do.
Tiffany Lewis says, oh, now I have that Mika song in my
So
head
have
again.
I, Tiff, when he started doing that.
I can be brown, I can be blue, I can be a violet sky. Kerry says, right, back off to do more housework. Have fun, everyone. And Tiff says, bye, Kerry. Yeah, take the day off, Kerry. Or at least take the next 50 minutes off. Have a break. Put your feet up, love. Sonic says, Tiffany, I'm going to have it stuck in my head now as well, you sob.
Oh, you could do a lot worse. Right.
Mm.
Speaking of diabetes, I've got a bloody thing this afternoon, haven't I? I've got to go to Rill. Ugh.
Yeah, we can't run over today.
No. John.
Okay.
I have to be in Rill an hour after we finish.
Okay. Get
I
real.
don't want to go to Rill because I don't like Rill. I want to get in there, do the 2-hour thing, and then get out.
You don't like anywhere though, Mikey.
So how far
No,
away
I
is Real?
really don't like Rill. It's a horrible, grossy place.
You don't like Telford.
That's only because I've got an Exeter. Right, where is this? The floating compass that's supposed to be F4. It's in part 33 because I can't.
It's clear.
It's a clear part.
Ah, okay. Well, that can wait.
So the compass is under the instrument panel?
Yeah.
So the dingus at the bottom there. The top one is a gun sight.
Ah, that one, the gun sight. Where is
Yeah.
it? Where's that?
Clear part number 4.
Clear part.
All right, that can wait then
That one, in fact.
because I don't want to spray that.
No, you don't.
Ooh, coffee. Look, Gary, I have coffee. You do not.
No.
You've gone for a whole 2 hours. You'll have gone for a whole 2 hours without coffee.
God, don't climbing the walls here.
You'll be on the shakes. All right. Sonic says, "Cheers, Kerry." Jim says, "Have a great day, Kerry." Dancy says, "Have a Kit Kat." Why not? And the better-looking Marley says, "Yes, I'm at the bench."
Yay.
Good man.
Yes, indeed. B6.
Hit.
Battleship.
That is shocking. See if I can get it to focus.
Does that gasket bit fit?
No. Look. That's going to have to be shimmed.
It might be shot
Hmm.
by the time I get to it. Or binned, one or the other.
You know, I do count myself as a bit of an ICM fanboy, but
Yeah,
bloody hell, what were you thinking, ICM, when you built this one?
I'm genuinely surprised how challenging this one is. Nothing really fits together yet.
But we are modelers. We will adapt. We will overcome.
That's why I'm keeping going.
Yeah. My mum and stepdad's just turned up.
He's come to shovel that gravel.
I think he is. Oh. He came out, to be fair to him, right? He came out yesterday and he ripped about 15 years worth of ivy growth off the outbuildings and stuff. So he cleared. He's filled 2 1-ton sacks with garden stuff.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, and there's still about another 10 to do. Yeah, he worked. He works hard, bless him. But he said that he wants me and Kay to have a nice garden. Since me and Kay can't do it ourselves anymore, he said he's going to sort it all for us.
Cool.
That's what he does. He's a gardener. So he's got all the gravel and stuff like that. He's going to dig all the garden out and things, so that we can actually start using the back garden and things like that.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. He's going to relay the patio and stuff, so it's all level for me, so I don't trip over and stuff.
Okay. Brush, instruments.
Where we up to here? Better Looking Marley says, I'm doing my first Edward model, trying to work out the instructions, odd and complicated.
He's built
John's
a
the expert in
Spitfire.
Edward.
Oh, I have built a number of them. I do love them. But I have
guessing
found
you
more
don't.
errors in their instructions than most other companies, though. Certainly for their photo etch. They get numbers wrong, they get things around the wrong way.
Is it me, right? Or does that lever at the side of the seat, which I'm assuming is the height adjuster,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it me, or does that look like a handbrake for the cockpit?
Yeah.
Hang on. Ah, I think the camera's back around the wrong way.
There you go.
Well, if I left a
It's
part
like a little
off,
handbrake lever.
hang on, where did... Oh, that's in part step 34. Yeah, I've left mine off. Idiot.
Ooh.
Alright, that'll go on now. B6.
Miss.
B. Oh yeah, right.
Jakey's in.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Jakey.
Hello, Jake.
He says hello.
How are you,
Dante
mate?
says, going to do a bit of house painting. Catch you later. Oh, have fun. Make sure you paint a big smiley face on for the whole street to see. Jim says, Paul, what Edward kit are you working on? Sonic says, Grace Kelly song, because I know you all want to hear it now. No. Jim said, be seeing you dances. And Better Looking Marley says, Jim, the 148 Mark 9. Excellent. So he's building the Edward version of what we're building, only without the beer barrels.
Oh.
Jim said, good afternoon, Jakey. And Sonic says, hey, Jake. Jakey's like our channel mascot, isn't he?
Yeah. He likes Thursdays because Thursdays is rookie night because the rookie's on TV tonight.
I have no
He
idea.
likes the rookie. He likes watching the rookie, so he likes Thursdays.
So, Paul, the other Marley, you don't mind if I show a picture of the scheme you're working on?
The better looking Marley to you,
Well, it's so hard to say that.
Mr. Marley. But no, go ahead. Now that we've made you feel slightly inferior.
It's not you that does that. That one,
Oh, nice.
which is it's the one that's in the Malta Aviation Museum. It's a
Very
Mark
cool.
9 EN. I can't remember the serial. There's another photo. Nope. Pixelated.
I'd love to go to Malta one day.
I've just realised I can stick the front half of my Spitfire together because all I've got to do to paint the inside of the cockpit is just spray it green.
That one. So EN 199, I believe, but RB.
Like a desert pattern.
RB.
Tropical pattern, isn't it?
From memory, I think it's it's probably Reginald Broadbent or something. Or other. It's probably the CO. Paul would correct me. I think I'm wrong.
Jim says, Better looking Marley, good luck. That was my Baptism of Fire Edward kit. A tad over-engineered, in my humble opinion. It is what it is.
Right.
Every kit's different. You just got to adapt. Gary Evans says, not Roland Beaumont then?
Oh, no, it probably is. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Ooh, yeah, and my neighbor. Did I tell you? A few months ago, my neighbor, who is a builder, he's got his own building company and stuff. He popped his head over the front fence. He said, "I'm thinking of tearing out this crappy wire mesh fencing. Would you have a problem if I tore it out and built a wall?" I was like, "No, feel free." He said, "It's only going to be 4 foot high." I said, "It's fine. Do what you want. It doesn't bother me as long as I don't have to pay for it. I don't care." To be fair to him, he's done a really nice job. He's done a 4 foot breeze block wall with proper foundations in it and everything all around his garden, and obviously along the side of my drive. And he's plastered it all, put top caps on it and everything, and he's painting it and everything. So he said last night, he said, "Can you leave your car, move your car off the drive tomorrow night when I come open work? 'Cause I'm going to paint your side as well." I was like, "Oh, thank you very much. You're very caring." I'm very lucky. I've got good neighbours.
All right, so here we go. RB, the aircraft was restored by Mr. Ray Polidano, the museum's director, in 1992. The aircraft is named Mary Rose in honour of Ray Polidano's wife and carries a code RB in memory of the highest ranking officer who flew in her when Commander Roland...
Who's the highest ranking officer that flew in his wife?
Ronald Berry, DFC. RB Ronald Berry.
Mikey.
Yes, Mikey.
Mikey.
Well, John said it straight after.
Yeah, but you
named it in honour of his wife, and he was the highest ranking officer to fly in it.
Yeah.
It's all in the language.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Right.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's shimmy, shiroo, shall we?
I may sand down the sides of this firewall.
Which one? Instrument panel one or the seat support?
No, the engine firewall.
Oh, the engine firewall. Sorry, my mistake. Okay.
I think that's what I'm looking for. There's that.
Oops, it is. Mr. Evans says his Typhoon was RB.
Okay.
And Tiffany says, I have to buy so many paints for this Stormovic. Trying to find the Revel equivalents. Paint it whatever colours you want.
Yeah.
Have to buy the right paints.
So I came to a realization yesterday that I've got to buy lots of paints, fantasy coloured.
Yeah, I need to stock up on paints.
Yes, that is going to be an expensive
Leather. Where's leather? Leather brown.
purchase, I think. Right.
Do.
Because I still haven't found.
This firewall seems a bit too thick to fit in this slot where it's meant to go into. I think this is going to be one of those kits that I think we'll probably finish it, But when we come to do the evaluation, it'll be like, yeah, it's got no redeeming qualities.
I guarantee that you'll have a massive sense of achievement when you've done it.
Yeah.
Would you? Yeah, you wouldn't contemplate throwing it against a wall. Would you see it through to the bitter end, Gary?
I would try my best. I've never ever thrown it against the wall. I've only ever given up on one kit, and that was in the very early days when I came back to modelling. And it was so bad. It was actually a knockoff Revel kit from China, and it was bad. So no, I wouldn't throw it at the wall. I will finish it, and because I'm doing it on here, I'll finish it on here. If I was just doing it for myself, it would be back in the box now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that said, what am I learning by putting it back in the box? Absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
So
I say never surrender.
don't talk to us, even if you're marching up Whitehall, and then we won't listen.
Yes. I'm trimming the sides of the firewall down. I'm sick of trying to make it fit.
All right. So what I'm doing here on the side, I've just got a little bit of Tamiya tape. I've stuck it down, and basically I've painted it. That's a green ochre, and that'll be. I'm just slicing that bit of tape into thin strips, and that'll replicate seat belts, and that'll be good enough.
Yeah.
For this one.
I shall laminate this together.
Oh, I love lemonade.
Right. Comments. Keeping on top of them today. Sonic says, if all pachyderms were the same, would they be equivalents? Yeah. Equivalents.
The world of Sonic is an interesting place, but I wouldn't want to live there.
What, Scotland? Yeah, me either. This says, do you have a boys shop near you, Gary? They have all the Vallejo paints in there and do a multi-pack of them for fantasy.
No. But just down the road,
a girls shop.
Literally just down the road from me is Glasshouse Gaming, which has it's one of these places where you can go and rent a table and play D&D or Warhammer or whatever. And they've got a shop and they do a lot of paints in there. So I may talk my lovely daughter to giving me a lift down there one day when I can squeeze.
She's not there now. You don't have to kiss up to her.
When I can squeeze some money out of Swambo.
Mr. Evans says, question for you. Where do I put the frame with the undercarriage for my Walker? Or where did I put the frame for my...
It's next to where you put the giggle flange and the laughing sprocket.
Yeah. And the Booby Durkin.
Booby Durkin? And the scummer. Don't forget the scummer.
And the Oozer what's it?
So, in an attempt to sort this cavernous gap out.
God, it doesn't fit.
I've got a feeling this isn't going to work, but we'll see.
Right. Aha, right. Now it fits.
God, I'm so thirsty. I wonder if I can drink.
Something. I learned something about whales yesterday.
They are very large.
Did you see that thing I sent you this morning, John?
Not the other one, no, because it wants me to log into TikTok.
Oh, you're not on TikTok either.
No.
It's actually part 2 of that one you sent to us yesterday.
Yeah. I looked. I figured it might be, so I looked it up anyway.
Oh, you did? When she does that long railway station
Oh.
name,
Oh,
she actually at one point says Rainbow Drops.
oh
Yeah.
goodness.
Watching that, I think she's obviously just taking the piss. I mean, it's not naivety. It's just she's doing it.
You'd be
On purpose.
surprised, but we do have Americans come over here that do pronounce the Welsh words like that.
Yeah, for the viewers,
We have the English people that do that. No?
yeah, it's a TikTok of a I don't know whether she's American or Canadian tourist who loves Wales, and she's done this sort of travel log around Wales, but she has yet to get a single Welsh name correct.
Yes.
It's- yeah, you don't have to be Welsh. Like it was yeah.
I still think listening to AI and Chat GBT trying to pronounce Welsh words is funny. Like it pronounces Molfamai, Moel Famau.
Yeah, it probably does a better job than I do, to be honest.
I think it'd do a better job than than Mikey did just now.
What, Molfamai? Molfamai is easier to pronounce.
Oh, I say no. It's the AI
Sounds like a
equivalent.
character from King Arthur.
Molfamai. Well, King Arthur was Welsh, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Dare
as far as
you.
we know.
He was. He first appeared in Welsh mythology. Just because the English like to claim everything as theirs. You colonists.
Because it is ours. We had an empire, didn't you know that?
See, the Welsh never needed an empire because we had God's country already.
Oh,
No, what have you got? Offa's Dyke.
We didn't have to go looking for it.
Oh, me shims come out.
And that does not at all sound like a euphemism.
Oh, only half of my shim has come out.
well, he's prairie dogging.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's salvageable.
Oh my dear God. What
Do,
the
do, 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 do,
frigadoo
do.
balls is this?
What's my missing? I think I'm gonna have a. That'll do. I'm gonna go whole hog.
Oh, I've dropped my shim.
You know what? You can kind of see why these are cheap kits, can't you?
No, but
They're trying to get rid of the bloody things.
no, but I never do shimming, and I'm doing shimming.
On an aircraft.
Yeah.
So I'm doing things I wouldn't normally do. So it's a positive.
No, you shouldn't have to do it though. Not on an ICM.
No, it's surprising. I thought it'd be. Yeah.
But I actually don't mind doing it.
Oh no, I'm enjoying this. but
Okay.
It is challenging. I mean,
Hmm.
I like a challenge, as I said before.
Not a challenge if it can't be done.
What's the revelation you just said? Oh, okay. What did you just find, Michael?
No, the bit of the fuselage that's getting in the way of the firewall, the engine firewall, is the bit that reinforces the hole in the top just behind it.
Oh yes.
If you look, it just slightly gets in the way of it.
Yeah.
So much easier if you take the engine out.
Well, the firewall's
Yeah.
still. Oh, you've got no firewall, Gary, correct?
No, I've got nothing
No,
in there.
he's only
at all.
building
Yeah.
half the plane.
Yeah. It's surprising that you have no engine. You still have the same fit issue
Yeah,
to the top
yeah.
cowl as I did.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
Because
itself,
I've still
doesn't
got to have, obviously, this part on,
it? Yeah.
and that is slightly out of alignment with the top canopy that goes on, the top cowl that goes on. So,
Okay,
hence,
this might work, but it's going to take a bit of force.
Go.
no, I'm quite happy to shim it.
Okay.
My
Shim
word
it.
for the day: shim.
Shim shiminy, shim shiminy woo.
I think I'm going to have a boiled sweet.
Right. The engine manifold, the rocker covers, sorry, stick out wider than the actual fuselage.
Yes.
Underneath it. Well, that's just genius, isn't it?
Well, that's why the top cowl is wider than the fuselage sides. The top cowl will snap over the rocker covers of the engine.
It'll snap if I bloody hit it.
Won't snap on mine because I haven't got
The question is, which is going to snap first, the plane or me?
Well, whichever decision you come to, your viewer numbers will increase.
I doubt it. They keep dropping. We're back down below 400 now.
Oh, don't worry about it.
No.
People come and people go.
Yep.
Right. Now that shims in, I'll let that dry. Wants me to put the front bit of the canopy on. I'm not doing that yet.
No. Okay.
Ooh.
A wingy thing.
A wingy thing.
Mm.
Ooh. Right. Comments, Modman. Jim says, deep thoughts courtesy of DJ Sonic. Gary Stuff says, where I put the gear flange support plate bracket. Yes.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
The better looking Marley says, Echo November 199, Romeo Bravo, number 81, Squadron Malta, Wing Commanding Raspberry. There we go.
Very good, thank you.
Sonic says, Jim, I tend to have the strangest things that pop in my mind when I haven't quite fully woke up, to be honest. That fine line between crazy and genius, I guess. Yeah, I dance on that line most of the time. Tiffany says, I might end up buying a mix of Humbrol and Vallejo as a replacement for the Revel paints. I want to paint it the right colours as it's my first aircraft. I'd stay away from Humbrol unless you're going for like the 3rd gen paints.
Why would you say that?
Because they don't paint very well, and especially if you're spraying.
Oh, if you're spraying, okay.
If you're painting by brush, then fine, but if you're spraying, then I'd stay away from them. Like I say, unless it's the 3rd gen paint, which is alright-ish.
The problem with Revel paints is you have to do so much mixing of colours to get the colour they want you to use.
Yeah. I love my Vallejo paints.
I'm a big fan of AK Real Colours.
Will you be getting some of the AK Real Colour marker pens?
I will be, yes.
I was looking at getting a set the other day because they're only £62.
I think you'll find Mr. Evans, if I remember rightly from Monday Matters, I think
he is using them.
Gary is going to do a video about them, I think.
Yes.
Apologies, Gary, if I'm speaking out of line.
No, you're correct. Yeah. The only problem I found is there seems to be more towards German vehicles, and I don't do a lot of World War II German stuff.
Okay.
Although I do have some World War II German vehicles to do, but most of them were grey, so I mean, I've got the Hanomag and stuff like that to do, which could be fun. Sonic says, Tiff, just give it that personal touch, careful, and make it your own. Indeed. Tiff says she is 2 away from 100 subs. Stick your link in, Modmate. Sonic says, nice one. Jim says, Sonic, I know what you mean, mate. It happens to me when cycling or sometimes when I'm at the workbench. When you're cycling, you go, aha! Pavement. Pedestrian. Steve says, deep thought, Jim. That was the computer in HHG, wasn't it?
Yes.
We're getting a lot of Hitchhiker's references in today, aren't we?
Yes, we should. It's bloody brilliant.
It is.
Marvin, the paranoid android.
Yes. Tiff says it'll be brush painting. I much prefer the original series, the films, to the
I love
to the
both.
modern one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gary says, got the set. They are brilliant.
Yeah.
They'd probably be very helpful for stuff like this. So, because you wouldn't have to prime the inside of the cockpit, then you just paint it. So, yeah, I might get some. I might speak to the accounts department. See if I can get some. Sonic says, Jim, did a few interesting mixes with that mindset.
Might pick some up at Telford, actually.
Yeah. Tiff says, I don't have an airbrush. You can get them pretty cheap now.
Yeah. Of course, you've got to get a compressor as well, which bumps the price up. But
yeah, but you can get like a cheap one. You can get like the little battery ones, can't you?
Oh, they're pants.
Are they?
Yeah. The fender that you can get on the airbrush itself, I think it's the 186. You can get it on Amazon for about 26 quid. And it comes with a 0.2 needle nozzle set, a 0.3 needle nozzle set, and a 0.5 needle nozzle set.
Could you send me the link to that, Gary?
I will.
Or put it in the Discord, the link.
Yeah, we'll do.
Thank you. Just because I could probably do with another one as well. Because
to be honest, it's 26 quid and it's a cheap, reliable airbrush.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, mine's great, but I want one that it doesn't matter if I just leave it lying around for an hour or two, but I'll get distracted. And I can just, especially if you're painting polyurethane primer and stuff like that. Because that just knackers your airbrush up. Jim says, Tiff, please send a link to your channel and I will subscribe. Gary says, no, video is in production, Yuak. So, yeah, you're correct. Well done for listening, Gary. You get an extra
$29.99, mate.
Oh, excellent.
I'm sending you the link now.
Thank you very much. Sonic says, I'm very confused on the road when I'm cycling. Oh, look, a squirrel. Do you know what? I did that the other week when I was driving. I was talking to Kay and a squirrel ran across the road and I was talking and I just went, oh, squirrel. I just went, pay attention to the road. Jim says, Steve, so that's what the HHG acronym means. Yes, Hitchhiker's Guide. Jim says, Tiff, just subscribe to your channel. There you go. You're now one away from 100.
Hang on a minute. I will be the 100th subscriber if I've not done it already.
If you haven't, why not? Because
there's now a mad rush on. Well, that's why I said I might have done it already.
She's our modmin.
I'm a very busy man.
Oh. All right, I'm getting green paint everywhere. Oh, come on.
Not silver.
Yeah. I think, I've decided the seat back cushion. Well, I just want to do a deep green just to get a bit of colour in there.
You've got 101 subscribers, Tiff.
Yeah, Kieran's just said, just subscribed. I think I'm 101. And Gary Evans is sub 2. There you go. So now you're going to have to start putting content out, Tiff.
You're 102 now, Tiff.
Jim says 100 subs. Congrats, Tiffany.
Well,
Sonic says, hey, Tiff. Lovely.
And I don't know what the price would be in other. Oh, hang on. What have I done? In other parts of the world, but I have just posted the link to the Fender airbrush in the chat, as well as DMing it to you, mate.
Thank you very much.
The comment failed to post. I don't know why.
Because you're not a moderator.
Well then, so I can't do it. So apologies.
No, what you can do is you can send it to Tiff and she can post it. That's all it is. It's because you're not a moderator on StreamYard. We won't let you post it. It's because I'm too tight to pay for the actual
Fair enough.
paid
Fair
StreamYard
enough.
subscription. Yeah, so I can only have me and Tiff as moderators.
Where's Tiff? Where's Tiff? Where's Tiff? Tiff, where are you?
She's sat in front of her computer. Jim says, I have a Fender airbrush, works great.
Good
They are.
endorsement.
They're really good.
Tiff says,
Can I do it in private chat then?
yeah, you can put it in private chat, and then she can copy it in. Tiff says, gotta be a mod on YouTube.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go, modders. It's in the private chat.
Ooh. We've got 14 minutes left. Well, 13 and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, go so fast.
There's such a smell of cakes being cooked downstairs.
I think I'm going to need to clamp this.
Driving me
Put some more glue on
insane.
It. Got to be a mod in YouTube to post. Ah,
Oh.
that's a point. Yeah. There you go. Tiff has well, it's not come up as a link, I don't think.
It wasn't that. That wasn't. Eh? That wasn't
Yeah.
the one I sent her.
That's not come up as a link. Tiff's gone on a typing spree. She's gone crazy. The modmin's lost the plot.
The one I put in private chat was literally a one line.
Gary Evans says, great stream, guys, but I still haven't found my Walker frame.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's not good. Tiff says, yes, it has. I can click on it. So can I. It just comes up with that. Skip twister. Is that like a nipple twister?
Language, Timothy.
That's right. We're well past the 30-second mark. And I think we're all adults in here, except for Jakey, if he's still in.
He's probably. Yeah.
Although he's probably worse than us.
Yes.
Copy link. See what it comes up with when I put it in. Oh, crap. Fiddly-dee. Yeah, that's not how it comes from mine when I put it in. I think. There you go.
That's it. Yeah.
Jim says, Mikey, I must be in Wales. Another day of rain in the forecast, and it's already coming down. Blimey. I wish it was raining here, but it's not.
It rained here last night.
Yeah, it rained a little bit here, but it's just hot and sunny here, and I don't like it.
We're going to get thunderstorms later on, apparently.
Yeah, they can bob off and all. Nice. Put some tape around this. Try and hold it together. Try to maintain my loose grip on reality.
Why try now?
Yeah, why change the habit of a lifetime? Huh? Huh. Right, it is. Once I've done this, it'll be time to wrap up.
Yeah, because Mikey's got to be in.
Real.
Yeah. It'll be real.
Would you really look you as Nisi?
Yeah.
It's going to learn all about carbohydrates and
Yeah.
the healthy
'Cause I've
balance,
never learned about them before.
the healthy balanced plate, and
Yeah. And how to suck eggs. Not that, Kaylee.
oh dear me.
Worse than you two sometimes, I swear. Pardon you, Gary.
Hey,
That noise then.
how was my chair?
Yeah.
Oh, the chair was it?
Yeah. That's what they all say.
My chair's famous for that. Oh, some more.
Tiffany says, don't know why it changed when I posted it then, but it still takes you to the same page. Okay. And Gary still says, woohoo! Found it!
Oh, well done.
Was it in that place you put it for safekeeping?
Yes, must have been. Don't forget, guys, at 8 o'clock tonight, Gary will be doing his live show on his channel where you can win a prize as well.
That's Gary Evans, not
Yes,
Gary Morris.
not our Gary.
I will be watching.
Not our Gary, our mate Gary.
Not Gary.
Ah, the posh Gary. We've got the wish Gary. Or the Temu Gary.
Well,
Gary Evans is the White Rose Gary. Is it White Rose? Wait Rose? Wait Rose.
Rose?
Yeah.
well, that's a budget supermarket, apparently, according to that woman in Wales.
Yeah.
Gary Evans is the Wait Rose Gary, and we've got the Temu Gary.
Well,
No offense, Gary.
some taken.
Mr. Evans says, thanks awfully, chaps. You're most welcome, buddy.
Absolute pleasure, sir.
Yes.
Thursday mornings are made for.
Yes. Do remember to tune in. They are rather good.
They are
Like I
very
say,
good.
He has a very nice conundrum for you to solve, and if you solve it, you can win a prize, which is excellent. And believe you me, they have very nice prizes. Because I'd won the first one. Yeah. Jim says, Gary stuff, I'll be tuning into your live stream later today. Excellent. The more the merrier. Yeah. So, guys, what have you been up to?
Well,
Other than making a bloody mess.
I've sort of made some modifications, more modifications to the
Let's zoom in on
Spitfire.
Gary, please.
If we want to zoom in on Gary.
You got it. Okay, first things first. Cockpit's in.
Excellent.
Nice little bit of filling going on there,
Yes.
due to the lack of fit.
Yes.
The only way I can put it. There, that took most of the session, believe it or not. I can still
well
get
believe
the exhausts in, which is because I've trimmed them down a bit so they go in, and I have
Yeah.
now started working under the wing with the radiator covers, which will be painted black before I put the actual cover over the top.
Excellent.
And that is today, gentlemen. What about you, Mr. Marley?
Well, one step forward, one step back. I had started the day with, well, yeah, replacing the lower cowl because I put on the wrong one. So that's fitted, yeah, as I said earlier, that's fitted on the leading edge of the wing, and that'll all go on hopefully once the cockpit is installed. I've built up the cockpit. It's
Oh, you've done a nice job there.
So just dry brush. You can't really see the instruments, but they're dry brush with a little bit of, well, I didn't go white. I went ivory because white would be too white if
Yeah.
that made sense. So I just got a bit of tone in there. The control stick, the top of that, I've got like it's a
Leather
It's
wrap.
it's like a leather wrap around it, so that's just painted a whatever colour I've gone for. The seat, I've gone for a bright option, so I've gone for a deep green cushion on a Bakelite seat. So that's as I said earlier, cavalry brown seat. And it looks bright and all that sort of stuff because you're not going to see much of it. So once that pops in there, it's not going to look as startling. In fact, that will be around about that. So you won't see it from most angles and stuff like that. I'm not really liking the green. I think I might go for a darker, like a black green for that one, but that'll be next time. But that's me. So, yeah. Seat belts have been painted. All I need to do is wait for that. I'll do a black green, and then I'll just leave it next week. In fact, I'll put more belts on in a Y shape for a Sutton harness on that seat there. And that'll be
burying you in a Y shaped.
Sorry.
They're burying you in a Y shape.
Yeah.
A bike rack.
Yeah. That's me.
That's some nice work on that cockpit, John.
Yeah. Modmin says, I can get an airbrush with compressor for £55 on Amazon. It's in Wassa. Not sure about airbrush brands, though, to be honest. Yeah.
You probably
the compressor is the bit you need to spend the money on, I think.
Yeah, the compressor is probably
because that's a safety feature as well.
Chinese compressor. And I would say if you're going to get an airbrush and a compressor for £55, the airbrush will be a cheap Chinese knockoff. And the compressor won't have a tank on it. It'll just be a direct.
Yeah.
So you know,
it'll be running constantly and it'll get hot.
Yeah, with mine, it's got a tank on it, so it fills the tank, and then you can spray from the tank.
What I would say is spend the money on the compressor and then have a look for an airbrush rather than getting it as a kit. Because because the other thing with the compressor as well is it's a safety feature. Because if there's a problem, it's got blow-off valves and things like that, so it'll decompress itself and things rather than explode.
Yeah, and if you've not airbrushed before, of course, learn. You know, a cheap Chinese airbrush itself will be good to learn on.
Yeah,
but you'll soon move on.
Jim says, "Are you and Steph broadcasting tomorrow, Mikey?" We're not, because Steph is at HQ, M4H HQ. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Tiff said two certain people probably wrote me into doing a live, but I don't know.
I can't tomorrow.
There we go.
I could. I just haven't given it a thought.
I won't actually be back at my bench after today until Monday.
Yes. Your dad's coming up, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh.
It'll be nice for you.
Yeah.
Annual visit.
Yeah. Yeah. So wait out on that one. If I'm going to do one, then you'll see it pop up on the YouTube channel.
What about you, Mikey? What are you up to?
What am I up to? Tiff says it's supposed to be £90. There's a sale at the moment, and it's designed for beginners. Yeah, but again, the compressor, it needs to have the safety features built in, because they can get very hot. If they get moisture trapped in them, they can explode and things like that. And it's a lot of heavy metal to be blasting around the room. So yeah, make sure you spend the money and get one that's got the pressure relief valve on it and things like that. And Jim says, do something tomorrow, Mikey. I will tune in. I'll think about it today. I'll see how I feel. I'll let you know this afternoon on the Discord.
I'll make him do something.
What have I been up to? So, I have built the little cockpit, but that's not focusing, so there you go. Oh, no, it was. There we go. So I built that so you can see it in all its glory. There you go.
Lovely.
So I've got to paint that, which I might do later on. And I've put the engine in there. So what I did is I trimmed the sides of the firewall down, just to try and make it fit a bit better. It's not helped much, but it's helped a little. I can at least get the two sides together now. So it's just going to be bloody difficult to hold it.
I think once a cockpit's in, the lower wing is on, the rest of the build will be straightforward. I think it'll be it's a fight. The engine makes it a fight. Everything else seems to be workable. Much easier to do the interior than the engine. Not the engine itself, but fitting the engine to the fuselage is the main, I think, problem with this kit.
Yeah, it's one thing's for sure. I won't be sorry to see this one. I won't be sorry to see this kit finished. To be fair,
yeah,
because this is the first time I've actually thought, I don't know if I want to finish. I don't know if I want to carry on with this one. I've never ever felt like that about a kit. So, but anyway, it's 2 hours and 1 minute, so we've got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Timothy Evans says, "Great work, guys." Thank you, Timothy, and welcome to the chat.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us. So, yeah.
Is that my nephew, my godson, Timothy, or is that
Timothy
else?
Evans? Possibly.
Anyway, we need to go. We'll talk about it later. Enjoy real.
Yeah, enjoy real.
I'll come back with track lines in my arm and all sorts. It is your godson, Charlie. There you go.
Thanks for tuning in, Tim.
Tim,
sorry to disappoint.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah, I can go and get a coffee.
You want to say goodbyes, gentlemen?
Hooroo. I'll see
Bye,
you guys
gentlemen.
next time.
Oh,
Thanks.
Tiff, knock that comment off, please. Otherwise, I won't be able to see. Thank you. Right. Later,
Cheers, everyone. See you Monday.
Hooroo.